ChatGerry, Recovery and Shift to a New Longevity State. Number 1538. VPT 091, February 16, 2026. Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation. Category, Longevity. Preface. During the 230 days after my stroke, from June 28, 2025 to February 16, 2026, I completed 230 single-author medical research papers. That is about one paper per day, faster than my long-term average of one paper every 2 days. My thinking became clearer and more productive, even though my memory is still slightly weaker. I estimate a loss of about 2% to 5%, most likely caused by the seizures during my hospitalization. Physically, the changes are obvious. I now sleep about 8 hours instead of 6. My daily walking has dropped from 10,000 to 14,000 steps to about 7,000 to 8,000 steps. My glucose has risen about 11 milligrams dl. Although it remains below 120 milligrams dl, these are not random changes. They are the signature of my metabolic system that has been damaged by stroke and is reorganizing itself. After 230 days, one fact became clear. I am not returning to my old state. I am stabilizing into a new one. Longevity is built by load, reserve, and purpose. Longevity is not luck. It is an engineering result. It depends on 3 things: how load is applied, how much structural reserve exists, and how energy is allocated to my purpose after brain damage. My vascular reserve was built between ages 63 and 78, when I completed 6 marathons. At that time I thought I was training for endurance. In reality, I was strengthening my heart, improving circulation, and building a hidden safety margin. That reserve helped me survive a hemorrhagic stroke near Pontine location with a very high mortality rate. After the stroke, my daily steps dropped to about 7,500. This looks like a decline, but it is actually optimization. My body now needs more sleep for brain repair. By reducing excessive daily physical load, I lower continuous stress on my blood vessels and redirect energy to neural recovery and daily scientific research work. Total system energy is finite. When less is wasted on unnecessary load, more becomes available for repair and high-quality thinking. TSI and the mechanical path to longevity. My trigger sensitivity indexes. TSI equals PP 45 times SPP 120 during 2023 to 2025. My TSI ranged from 1.05 to 1.09, representing an unstable phase when vessel rupture became possible. In the stable years from 2014 through 2022, my TSI remained below 1.0, except for a single elevation to 1.0 in 2019. This change is a common belief. More exercise is not always better. Too much load raises blood pressure, increases vessel wall stress, and shortens recovery time over many years. That accelerates vascular damage. Longevity does not come from maximum effort. It comes from the correct load level that keeps the system below the instability threshold. Energy redistribution after stroke. Before the stroke, much of my energy went into high physical output. Now it is redirected to brain repair, metabolic stability, and deep research work. This is not loss of capacity. It is a new energy allocation, less external load, more internal recovery, higher quality cognitive output. When my life mission became clear, my finite daily energy was no longer dissipated on non-essential activities such as financial investments, redirecting that energy toward recovery, longevity, and helping other patients by sharing my medical research findings created the true driving mechanism of my healthy aging. The stability tripod of longevity. My current longevity stands on 3 connected pillars. The 6 marathons built my physiological reserve. 8 hours of sleep and 7,500 daily steps preserve my structural integrity. Medical research provides the driving force and gives my life its purpose. If one of these is missing, the system becomes unstable. Reaching a new stable state. The stroke did not end my life trajectory. It forced a transition to a more efficient operating mode. Longevity is not a return to the past. It is the achievement of the highest functional output under new structural conditions. A principle I learned during my mid-days. My stochastic stroke study confirmed this. Stroke risk is not defined by a magic threshold number or a specific event date. It is the condition of the system. If the vascular structure stays below the instability threshold, the passage remains stable. Therefore, my strategy has changed. I no longer try to regain my old condition. I focus on maintaining vascular stability, controlling glucose, protecting brain function, and allocating energy with precision. That is my present survival model. I want to emphasize that post-stroke recovery is not a return to baseline, but a transition to a new stable state. Appendix, a special note on single-author productivity. From 2018 to 2026, I completed 1,538 single-author medical research papers, averaging 190 per year, or any paper every 1.93 days. Every step in data collection, analysis, figures, writing, and publication was done by myself. Based mainly on more than 4 million personal health data points collected since 2010 and supported by AI software I began developing in 2002. This single-author model ensures one critical advantage: methodological consistency. All studies follow the same logic, the same measurement system, and the same analytical framework. That allows true longitudinal comparison without cross-author variability. My 40-year engineering career, mostly in AI applications for mechanical systems and semiconductor chip design, provided the foundation. The past 17 years of daily self-study in physiology and pathology connected that foundation to medicine. This independent and highly disciplined approach is fundamentally different from the team-based model of modern medical research. Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights belong to the author, Gerald C. HSU. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C. HSU.